Come in, come in, come in. Come in, come in, come in. Come in, come in, come in. Come in here. Real quick. Have a seat. Come in, come in, come in. Have a seat. Come in, come in, come in. Have a seat. Come in, come in, come in. Have a seat. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Nisha spoke to everybody. How's it going? How's it going? I just stopped in here for a second. All right. Let's gather ourselves, honey. Let's gather ourselves. Let's gather ourselves, y'all. Gathering stage. Oh, we gotta talk about that. Hold on. Gathering stage. We in a huge gathering stage. Shit. Y'all know I ain't been going live since the retrograde hit. Cause I be seeing what's according to my life, what's gonna be happening. I'm like, yeah. Let me go ahead and put this bubble out here. I'm good, honey. Come on in here. We got to talk about it. Come in here. Come in here. Come in here. Come on. We got a couple of things to talk about. Woo. Come in here, y'all. Okay. So the first one that we're talking about is protecting your peace and vibing high, right? You want to be mindful of the company that you keep on any level, even with the things that you are seeing more so in recent months than ever. Right? We ending out this year, right? We ending out this year. We're going to end it out strong, right? Okay, Oak Tree. We ending the year. We ending the year. So we need to end this year strong. Frequency God, come through here with the word that we need. Frequency, honey. Frequency. 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 All right? So it's important at this time. I went into a full hermit mode about a week ago. No, it may have been longer than that, but it was a slow, like, damn, I'm really about to do this, right? And then that's what that is. So you got to protect your peace. You have to make sure that you are vibing as high as you can within the moment of whatever is going on. And you are the master of you. You are the sovereign ruler of you. Because in these stages here, it's important with these last 3 months. Y'all know the ancestors are gathering to the point where this is a time when all of your, I know my aunt and my uncle have been showing up real strong. A lot of family members who are even living that I haven't talked to in a while, they've been showing up as well, right? So this is a gathering, right? Any type of issues that may have happened within your family life, any type of issues that any reconnecting that you are doing, you remember that all of it is for a reason, right? Now, what that reason is, you want to try not to use your ego to say what it is and really feel what it is, right? So be mindful of that. Okay, let me calm down because it's going through up and through here now. Because anytime, that's why I tell people, even though I don't celebrate the holidays and all that stuff, the energy be so high. Here's the thing. What was meant to be a negative turns into a positive. How does it do that? Thanksgiving, for example, right? Family comes together, people share what they are thankful for, and it's a high vibe. So with people who don't celebrate these things, you still can use the energy because it's a collective energy. A lot of people on the same page, and you can use that energy for some beautiful things that you want to accomplish, manifest beautiful things, right? Okay, so that's the one thing. The other part of it is really in these last few months of the year, I feel, this is me feeling that it's about to be a very powerful year coming in, whatever that powerful is for you, because I know that this year has been very hard for a lot of people, and it hasn't been hard for everybody because everybody is not on the same journey, needing to see and go through some of the same stuff, right? So it's important. I'm not looking at y'all comments. It's important to at this time to really work on you, work on your family, work on your connections, the connections that need to be worked on. It's time to really cut cords and be done with it. Pull the hooks out, bitch. It's time. This is a beautiful time. I haven't looked at my astrology book. I need to look in there and see what's going on in the sky. But I really feel like this is a powerful time for a lot of people. This is a powerful time for you to just really gather yourself. And I feel like a lot of people are coming in to help. And if you are willing, because we are free will, then they know that. A spirit can't do nothing without a body, right? And by them trying to help you, the angels and ancestors are the highest order or what you want to connect to. You don't want to, look, I suggest, because everybody work how they work. I just don't deal with low vibrational stuff, even though they can get some shit done if you on some more shit. but I just don't, right? So that's just me. But whatever it is that you are working on, I feel like things are going to get more powerful for you, but you must protect your peace at this time. It is very important that you protect your peace. It's very important that you be mindful of the conversations that you are having. Notice your triggers. Notice what it is that, like, journaling is going to be very important. I know y'all been journaling, okay? But journaling is going to be very, very important these last 3 months. So much information is coming through. So many people are receiving so much insight. You got to write it down. You ain't got to do shit. I'm just coming through like this. Because I know sometimes people get to the point where you think you somebody mama. Baby, I've been like this since I was little. This is how I talk. You don't have to take it like that. Emotional intelligence is important. So, at any rate, I feel like there's going to be a lot of huge downloads. There's going to be a lot of insomnia. Go ahead and deal with it, bitches, right? It's important that whatever it is that you are working on, I feel like it's going to be expansive. I feel like there's going to be a lot of growth in a lot of folks' life. And I really feel like this. But you have to do the work. You got to stay focused. You got to keep your eyes on your own paper. You got to keep your plate full. It's time for you to get another plate because you about to eat. You about to eat. You have a lot of work to do. You got a lot of things to cook up to put on your plate. So this is going to be real, real strong for a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all are getting in this space, coming into this space where you're coming into your own. You're coming into the truth and who you are. A lot of you have went through some dark stuff, and it's time for you to just really be your true and authentic self. So that moves us to the next thing I want to talk about. Being your true and authentic self, who you are, because there's always three sides to people. Who you present or what people see you as, right? And then you, the who you are when you are by yourself, and then the who is slowly and surely being revealed to you. Because a lot of times with that shadow work, we push a lot of stuff back because we don't want that anymore. But when it's time for it to be brought to the forefront for you to heal it and grow, because that's part of your growth, that's part of your ascension and spiritual expansion, that shadow work is necessary, and it can be some of the smallest things. You can go through it. Like I always tell women, you're going through it in your monthly, it's a day-by-day thing, and this will help alleviate your period being heavy. This will even make it worse. Shit, you can get to the point where you can run that period blood back up and through your kidneys in order for it to illuminate and do things in a whole other sector. It brings it down to your period being a day or two. It's just a lot to that, but I'm not going to go into that. But it's very important on the other end of that you are mindful day by day so that you can start getting rid of stuff and working on stuff as you go throughout the month. This go for the men who are highly sensitive. I'm so excited about the next Saturday Night Live, y'all, because we talking to the Rainbow Collective, and this is going to give straight people a different perspective on, I'm still not looking at the comments, y'all. Hold on. This is going to give straight people a different perspective of that, because I have my views on it. It's not necessarily my beliefs, because at the end of the day, it's so much information out here. It's so much that has been a lot of uncharted territory when it comes to, us being androgynous in the first place, and the men who go more that have that real strong feminine, and they also have the masculine, but it's just it's tricky. So this even goes for them too, because they have a moon phase as well. I'm not trying to argue about it, okay? But the men who are really in tune with their feminine energy, they have a moon phase too. So at the end of the day, I suggest that everyone gets on board and go ahead and take full control of what's going on these next 3 months. What you thought that you wanted may change. The things that you once valued, that may change. Your values may change the end of the end of this year going into next year. But it's a real strong feeling. It's a real strong current, I feel, right? I'm gonna look it up, y'all, to see if I'm talking with what's in the sky. But I feel like there's a very strong current coming through here, and either you're gonna ride the wave or you're gonna drown. It's on you. And then you get another go around sometime in February, March of next year to try to pick up where you left off. It don't matter. If you miss an opportunity, that is okay. As long as you wake up and breathe in the next day and able-bodied and able to continue to move forward, just know that is possible as well. Just do your thing, honey. Okay? But protect your peace at all motherfucking cost. Now I'm looking at the comments. Hey, Pooh. Christina walked in here. Hey, Pooh. But that's what I stopped on here for real quick, man, because it's just been some interesting things going on since my birthday. well, right before my birthday, but it really kicked in real strong. So you gotta, stay on top of who you are. Stay on top of what you deem acceptable and unacceptable in your life. Because for a lot of the empaths that are truly emotional empaths and know that they are, it's sometimes tricky to, if you are picking up something from another person, or if it's you, right? So, you got to really get in tune with your star player so that you will know certain things and you are aware of certain things that in any given moment, because there is so much going on out here where people are projecting some shit that ain't got shit to do with you. They projecting a lot of shit that they think that they can, what's worked in the past is not going to work in the present. What's worked in the present may not work in the future. But the thing is, it's onward movement, forward movement. We heal and we go. We heal and we grow. We heal and we graduate, right? And it's not about like, wait a minute, y'all, I'm not looking at the comments. Hold on, y'all. Because right now, it's not about, well, everything is positive. Peach, no, everything ain't going to be positive. Everything is not going to be. It's about how do you work with what you got? How do you work with who is coming in your circle? Because you got to be very protective of your circle. You have to be very protective of your circle. You got to know who has access to you, when, where, and how. Give people business hours that do not directly have much to do with your how you do things on a regular basis. It's very important that we separate shit, and it goes with entities and energies too, because you can get interference from anything. So you have to be mindful of that, and you have to. It's important that you are mindful of your shit. Whatever that means for you in the moment. You can't be mindful of everything that is going on in your life. And decline it. Hold on. Damn. I need to talk to that person, man. Now, yeah, you got to excuse that energy, honey. Thank you, like Rhea told me, just tell the energy, thank you for sharing and move on. In my surrender deck, it does have a card that says damn near that same thing. Okay? Like, it's just, a cloud floating by. It's just a cloud floating by. Because I really noticed, because here's the thing. A lot of empaths have huge hearts, right? And you have to protect your heart. You need to know what your path is, because everybody don't go through the same thing in the same ways, of course, right? But there's always some type of collective energy that a pain body that we can all relate to, right? So it's very, 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 very important that you protect your peace, because in peace, then you can figure out your shit. In your peace, you can figure out your next move. In your peace, you are not allowing any type of spiritual interference, human interference, whatever. It's all spiritual to me. You're not allowing certain influences to direct or redirect what it is that you are working on in any moment. If you got high anxiety, it's time for you to pull back, because you need to really realize what is of you and what is not. Is your ego telling you something that's got you flipping the fuck out? Because the ego will have your ass flipping out. I don't like the way anxiety sweat smell. Whatever. I don't like the way it smells. Now, so that'll really keep you like, let me pull it back right quick, because this is about to go somewhere, and I'm about to smell my armpits, and I don't be having no smells like that, right? So you have to really be mindful of that, because you even need to know how the temperature changes when you're around certain people, or when you receive certain messages, when you look at certain, just all your senses. Be in tune with all of your senses, at least to the point where you are in tune with your star player. Your star player is not going to lead you astray. It won't nothing but the best for you. Now, we be out here fucking up. You know I do, honey. But, now, so you just, at the end of the day, protect your peace. At the end of the day, know when and how to deal with yourself. Because the most, you can't deal with nobody else if you don't deal with yourself. Deal with your shit as it comes up. Here's the other part of this too, real quick. It's very important, okay, that you do not give nobody authority over you. I think that last post had something to do with that. Yeah, I think so. It's very important that you don't allow anyone to have authority over you. You got to be the master of yourself. You got to be the sovereign ruler of yourself. Ascending and spiritually expanding has a lot to do with self-mastery, self-discipline, all of it is self-improvement. Everything that you go through is going to make a better you. It's just how you look at it. Look, but wait, right? So you want to be mindful of that. Make sure that who you share things with is someone that that is a confidant. Confidants are unbiased, but they're going to give you the straight up. Be mindful of who you are sharing certain things with. Be mindful of what you are sharing. I need to put that in my whatchamacallit too, because I opened my readings yesterday, and I think it's very important that when you have information that is going to help your growth, you do not share that with certain people, if anybody at all, because you got work to do. You don't need no interference with someone else's opinion on the work that you need to do and how you look at the work. If you become confused or what have you, that's when you get into it with your star player. And you should look. Eventually you get to the point where I'm not looking at the comments, y'all. Hold on. Eventually you get to the point where you will not need a second opinion about certain things that have to do with you being sovereign ruler of yourself and making right decisions. That's not to say that you're not going to need a financial advisor. That's not to say that you're not going to need an accountant. That's not to say that you're not going to need some type of coach or a mentor. That's not to say that, because those would be specifics, right? I'm saying when it comes to you, your personal development, and how you make moves with, in your life based on who you are. You don't need to be out here trying to be. Man, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and I just looked at them. This person really opened their mouth and said that they do this and do that because they know people watching them, and they got to do this and do that and do this. That got to be miserable. I'm not gonna be myself. I'm gonna keep on upholding this and that and this. Why? Exactly. Hold on, right here. Validate your motherfucking self, because at the end of the day, if you are easily swayed by so many people, you are easily swayed off your track, right? You are easily swayed off your path. You are easily swayed out of being who you came here to be, man. Don't do that. Cut that shit out and let it be where it is. Cut it out and let it be where it is. Because at the end of the day, people who are looking at you and if the people that are looking at you are the people who validate you, right? That's all about self-love too. If the people that are looking at you validate you to the extent that you can't do this and do things certain way, you can't be yourself, you just handed over power to people that don't really give a fuck about you. Because at the end of the day, people that give a fuck about you as a person. They don't give a fuck about what you got and how you got and all this. No. People who give a fuck about you truly, from a very authentic space, and there's a bond and a connection that they don't want to lose with you, they are not going to worry about all that. They know who you are beneath all that. They know who you are within, which are the more genuine connections, and that goes into the space of what is a friend. Sometimes y'all need to really talk to yourself about that. What is a friend to you? How are you a friend to yourself? What constitutes a friend? Because that is a word just like love that is used lightly. That is a word used very, very lightly. People, you need to compartmentalize, right? That's one thing you learn from men, compartmentalizing. Structuring who you fuck with and how you fuck with them. Like, I think in a live a long time ago, I was talking about how you got friends that you go to the club with and act a fool with. You got friends that you do this with. It's rare that you find one friend that you can do everything with. It's rare. But when you find those, you hold on to their ass. Oh, we ain't gonna even get on that, because people who bandwagon jump and shit like that, and that's just because they don't know who they are. So that's fine. And sometimes they finding out who they are by doing that too, because sometimes they come to a realization in that, like, okay, this works for me in this way, but I have to pull back from this way. So that's not an issue. That's not an issue. You had a surgery, bless your heart. Bless your heart, busy bee mama. Healing to you, honey. Healing to you. Healing to you. Ooh, a word. All right, that's what I came out here for. Yes, acquaintances, associates. What is it? You got to make sure you know before that line get crossed, honey. But it is very important that we protect our peace, because lighthouses can be so much interference. You got to understand, as a lighthouse, you are going to attract all types of people. That's just it. Ain't no way to stop it, but it is. The only way that you can stop interacting is by being on top of your shit. Be on top of your shit so that you can spot that shit a mile away, you know, and not from ego, because ego can sometimes have you driving people away that were meant to be you know, in your life for however long. But that's that on it. That's that on it. So that's what I stopped in here for real quick, honey. I ain't want too much of nothing going on. Okay, let me get back to what I got going on. Oh, baby, we ain't going to get on this. Hold on. Let me tell you something. I ain't going to get on that right there. Yeah, because that ego will trick you out of some shit. Ego will trick you out your position. So you got to be mindful of that. Ain't nothing wrong with having a little ego, because we need it. But the more that you move forward and the more you know, get in touch with who you truly are, you know, you ain't going to be worried about this, that, and the other. That's just like saying, if people look at the YouTube channel and look at how the love that y'all be sharing on all of the social media platforms, the ego will tell them it's a problem with her getting this much love. Not knowing that Lulu loved her motherfucking self, right? That's how you got to look at it now. Lulu loved herself. Now, I appreciate all the love and warm regards, but Lulu loved herself. Lulu loved herself. And if in this position, if I didn't love myself, all that love that I done got over the years, been 4 years, all that love that I done got over the years that had me no. I love me first. I had to go through that. I had to do a lot of work to get to the point where no matter what, I love me. If you got two people taking your advice because you know what I mean? If you got two people that's listening and going to move forward however they need to in their life, well, bitch, there it is. It's three of us. Let's rock. Right? But overall, because I know that 1 minute people love you, 1 minute they don't. That's not a problem. That's human behavior. It is okay. And like with fake family members, let them be where they at. Let them be where they at. I was having a conversation with my dead aunt the other day, and she bossed me up on some shit, right? Because she done came back up and threw her real strong. I think the last check-in we did, she came up and threw her real strong. But my auntie bossed me up, right? She's an ancestor. She's been dead over 20-some years, but I feel like it was just yesterday. And I asked her, why didn't you, this what happened. I said, why didn't you tell me about this part of the journey? Because she was I think she was the most successful woman when it came to handling her business, but still helping people. See, that's what I did learn from her. Your heart got to always be big and true, but you got to make sure it's clear, right? Because they're, again, protecting your peace, right? So when it comes to family members, this is what I'm getting to in a second. So I asked her, like, why you didn't give me this part of the game? Because I saw where people would bite her in the back, but they would always fail. But I watched it, but it didn't make sense. So she got bitten, but she kept going, bitten. And she kept going, even when it came to family members. Now, how she dealt with that, because I'm not good at that. I'm cerebral. She was a Capricorn. I ain't good with that, because you show me who you are, I got to cut you off, because you finna fuck up my peace, and then we not finna have that. So with her bossing me up, she let me know a lot of things. And one of the things that she let me know is that to not give up who I am to make other people happy, because she never changed who she was. She was the same person as the day I met her. Same person. No matter how much money she made, and she made a lot. She had a deep freezer full of money. I ain't never seen that much money again in my life. When it comes to family, she still dealt with them, because she was really the person that fed everybody. Even though she was feeding people that were doing voodoo on her, she was feeding people it was a lot. So she bossed me up on a bunch of shit, man. And it's like, even our ancestors continue to guide us. They continue to give us information. They continue to help us, but we got to ask for it. Pay homage to them on a regular basis, right? And I don't even cook on holidays. I might cook her something this year, man. So that's neither here nor there. When it comes to family, it depends on how you deal with family, right? Because some people deal with family differently than I would. I'm very cerebral, right? I love you and I love hard, right? But when it comes down to it, I'm not gonna let you just, keep on just acting like and doing like, and that's not what's finna happen. You're not finna keep on just trying to play me like that. So when it comes to family, you have to set boundaries with them. And I'm talking about boundaries. I'm gonna do a post about boundaries the other day, man. I gotta do one. But you have to set boundaries with them, because don't nobody know you like your family, right? But when you set a boundary, because a lot of times what happens in family, you continue to grow and they stop growing, so they only remember you for where you were. They do not acknowledge or know where you are now. And I know if you take your time, because a lot of times they'll come around and they'll be all right enough to want to continue to grow, right? But if if you anything, look, I be like, my love is for real. When it comes to my family and my friends, look, ain't nothing I won't do, ain't no mountain I won't climb. That shit, but that used to be a while back when I didn't know no better about giving too much to the wrong people. Right? That's been a huge growth thing for me. Giving all the right stuff to the wrong people. Whatever it is that, can be given or done in a certain time frame, that's fine. I would overgive. Because that's my love language, giving. How can I help you? What do you need? Oh, okay. So, and get off the phone with them and get to looking for shit and doing this and send them all this and okay, how else can I help you? But you learn, because they will show you that they don't appreciate. They will show you that what you did for them ain't what they wanted to be done. And that's another part of family, because the thing is, when you heal with the family, whether with them or without them, but you got healing to do, the people that you surround yourself with moving forward, certain things will begin to change. You will see a shift, right? But you also have to remember that a lot of times, I talk about energy realms, and there are certain people that hang out on certain energy realms, and you can tell by their conversation. You can tell by the things that they say, the things that they try to trigger in you to let you know that this part of whatever it is that you got going on with your family needs to be healed before you can move forward, right? So sometimes you can heal family wounds through other people that's on that same energy realm without having to directly heal with the family, right? A lot of empaths have issues, mama issues, daddy issues, abandonment issues, whatever it is. A lot of that can be healed. It don't have to. A lot of times y'all be wanting closure from certain people. Don't take me there. People are not obligated to give your ass closure. Now, I know people might disagree with that. People need to do this and it's a need, baby. Is it really a need? Are they obligated to give you closure? Are they obligated to even know what they did wrong or how they did wrong if they got a whole bunch of shit that went on in their life that got them to be where they at? Man, come on now. Because once you start looking at people and realizing that, okay, this is if you know them. See, a lot of times we don't know people. So when you don't know people, it's like you come in on one part of their story. You ain't read them other chapters, right? Sometimes family don't even tell you all the shit that went on. Coincidentally, my family told me a lot of shit I probably didn't need to know, but it does help in my work. People won't tell you, people that you meet, people that you've been knowing a long time. Sometimes you can know somebody so long and still not know them. So you don't even look at it on that level. It's important that you look at people for where they are and ask questions. Don't try to assume shit and just let it be where it is. If they show you that and you okay with them showing you that in that moment and you just, make your decision based on that, then boom, right? But as far as closure, ain't nobody obligated to give you no closure. They not. Because if you are dealing with people who, like, my love language is, I'm going to go ahead and let you know all the ways you can cross me. This is what I'm going to do. I lay it out all the ways you can cross me. I lay it out all the things that I expect. It's simple. It's plain and simple. Ain't no overthinking it. I'm not going to even do that to you. You know what I mean? Now, you choose one of them ways to cross me, well, that's just that. Do you need closure on that after I already told you and put on? No. Same thing with family. They knew how to cross me. They knew how to cross me. And with that, they would interfere with my peace. They would try to interfere with my growth. Now that the shit don't work no more, don't nobody fuck with me like that. That's good. Right? Because if you ain't talking about growing, if you're not talking about at least being in a space where we can have regular communication, if you're not in a space of, being okay with where you are, because a lot of that comes from, a lot of times people are not okay with where they are and they project it on you. I'm not, and that's when they go with that catty shit. That's why I don't deal with a lot of females. They go with that catty shit. That's a weakness in my eyes. It's a weakness because I'm like, why would you need to be catty? Just say the shit. Why you gonna fuck up your brain trying to figure out a way to say some slick shit to me and all you gotta do is be a honey? You don't have to do that. Just, whatever, right? So that goes in with that. I know as far as my family is concerned, I don't have time to be downplayed or downgraded because you unhappy with where you at. I don't understand that. I'm not finna do that. So anytime I meet somebody in that energy realm, it's, usually, boom. It don't take but one time. I'm not going to let you do, It don't take one time. Because here's the thing. Let's go into this real quick. Right? People are competitive in certain places, right? So if you know that people are competing with you or competitive with you, is it a healthy competition? That's why I try not to do business with men too much. Now, I do like the push that men put into me and the fire they put under my ass. I can't compete like no man. I can't compete like no man because it's going to take me too much out my feminine. So, you got to know shit like that. Then, when it comes to courting with people, right? Courting. So, if you look at it like this. If you are communicating with your friends, communicating with your family, and you begin to see where when you are done communicating with them, you are drained. When you are done communicating with them, now you got all these fucked up puzzling thoughts and things that you need to dissect, and not in a healthy way. You need to cut the cord. Now, it's kind of hard to cut cords with family, especially family members that really were there from the beginning. That's, you just let that cord be where it is, but you just have a healthy attachment to them, whether they trying to send you energy or not. Just put a little block in it a little bit right there and make it where it's kind of hard for you to get through that boundary, right? But as far as like people that you meet and the people that you associate with, it's important for you to not cord with people. And if you do cord with somebody, look at the core of the relationship, the core of why you are dealing with them, the core of where is this growing into, the core of is this an asset or a liability. That don't mean that you cut people off that's a liability, because a lot of times you can't. But there has to be some type of growth eventually that, you can actually see that y'all will be able to grow and they can turn. Because sometimes people can go from a liability to a full-on asset. It's just how you look at it. Hell no, I don't feel guilty for placing boundaries. I'm looking at y'all comments now. I bet y'all had some good comments on here. You have to. You got to protect your peace. That's right. And that's okay. Sometimes people have temporary hiccups. So I wouldn't even take it personal when people go ghost. I wouldn't take it personal when people go ghost. I wouldn't take it personal, if you don't communicate with people. I wouldn't take it personal. And why I wouldn't take it personal is because you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know exactly what could be happening. Like, I used to date this guy. And if I don't answer his text or his call within a certain amount of time, he get the, that's that insecurity though. But for the sake of this conversation, if I don't answer the phone or if I don't do this within a certain time frame, I need to account for this and that. I'm not good at having to account for a motherfucking thing, first of all. Because half the time I just be sitting in limbo, right? I can't explain that to you because you might think it's crazy, right? So when you let people be where they are, okay, so, you go from being, I think it's this and I think it's that. See, he let his mind get in the way, right? So if he let his mind get in the way of what he think, why he think I didn't answer, why he think I take too long, why, that causes issues. And I'm not here for that. I can't deal with none of that type of insecurity. I already did my lick, paid my bid on that, took my lick for that. So I can't deal with that type of insecurity, right? But at the end of the day, what happens is if you look at it from his perspective and begin to see that ain't no telling what's happening, I need to make sure this motherfucker okay at the least, right? Or I trust this person enough to know that whatever they got going on, they're going to be all right. If they need my help, they'll let me know. But I just want to let them know that I was thinking about them. Woo, woo, right? That's healthy. That unhealthy shit, why you ain't call back? Why you ain't text? Oh, you must have been doing this. All up in the ego, making up shit to heal your fucking wounded shit that you need to go all the way back in your life and heal, right? Because we all healing on different levels all the time. That's right. That's right, man. Protect your peace. Let people be where they at, though. And a person that ain't showing up for themselves is not going to show up for you. They may show up for you in certain instances, but whatever they giving or whatever they doing in that moment, just be happy for that moment. Try not to get those cords, get corded to the wrong people unless, it's fun. Yeah, I'm going to save this one. That's why I was trying not to go off what I was getting. How old is he? Bloom. How old is your son? Okay, niece. How old is your son? And it's constant work. One thing about growth, I don't know nobody. I personally, that's why I don't hold nothing against people. I don't know nobody who doesn't still have growth to do. You never get, and from my perspective today, okay? I don't think that you ever get to a point where you should stop growing and learning and, doing a lot of introspective work. I don't feel like that's a place to go. I don't think there's an end. Because, even with conversations with people who crossed over, you realize that it all happened for a reason. It's rare that you come across that stuck residual energy. Because some people be stuck in limbo. We're going to call it limbo, the shadowlands, right? But it's only impressions of, the stuff that they went through here, and they just ain't crossed over to try to elevate, graduate, ascend, go do something spectacular, bros, sirs, ma'am, sirs. But at any rate, we're in a constant state of evolution, a constant state of ascension and spiritual expansion, a constant state. It's constant, y'all. It does not stop. It does not stop. The fuck? You better tell them. Did Bloom tell me how old her son was? Hold on. Let me look for Bloom's name. He gonna be 19 on November 13th. Can you get him therapy? He needs to get therapy. But you saying he don't want no help. He will. He pick and choose who he want help from and how he want help, though. Whatever happened to him around 12 or 13, he's dealing with that right now, so... He'll be all right. He'll be okay. By the time he's 25, because that's most people that didn't do any hard drugs before they 25. I wouldn't recommend nobody do no hard drugs before 25. At any rate, everybody got their own path, right? So if he didn't do no hard drugs, he should, level up within the next year or two. It's just him and his process. And you got to be okay with it. That's good he draws. He letting it out. That's good, Bloom. Sometimes you just got to be that, hold a space for him. You got to hold that space for him. A beautiful, loving, unconditional love space for him. And know that you can't pressure, push, or convince him otherwise than where he is and what he going through. No drugs, good. I'm good. That's good. That's good. Hard drugs as in meth, PCP, heroin, hard drugs. Now, after you 25, they may not be considered hard to you because you know who you are, mostly, not fully. But the brain needs to develop before you get to doing that. Because what I learned is, from, growing up where I grew up, you see where people who do drugs, heavy drugs, before they brain fully develop and before they make it to that, college, finish college age, right? All that shit go together, really. But a lot of times people who do hard drugs before their brain fully develops, it get them stuck. They become stuck in that, a pattern and then they don't know how to get out of it. It's like putting a mouse in a maze that goes in a circle with no outlet, with no way out. It's like that. Because if you ever notice, like some people who did real, real, real hard drugs, some of them come out of it because they are real strong-minded and strong-willed and go through a whole lot of deeply depressed places in their life, right? So if you ever notice people in their 30s and 40s who did hard drugs before they were 25, a lot of their mind state, the way that they think, whatever traumatic event happened to them, they stuck with it. They don't know how to grow out of it. They don't know how to comprehend it. That's just my observation. Nah, I don't have no update on it. I'm still learning it, so I don't even talk about it. But I put it up there for other people to, because I was like, I had to get that out. Well, if he reflecting you and he a part of you, how would you deal with you back then? Go back. See, Alice Smiley got out of it. Alice Smiley got out of it. It's like being incarcerated. It's doing heavy drugs before you're 25 is like being incarcerated. Some people have very, very strong mental, what do you call it? Okay, I know that all too well right there, Star, officially. I know that all too well. It's sad. But it's there. What asteroid passed by us on Monday, Bloom? Thank you, Modern Magician. Modern Magician with a word for Bloom. Yes, Shantiz. How you know? Shantiz know too much. I hope Shantiz share his song with y'all, bitch, because it put some fire under my ass when I was listening to it. I was just sitting. Baby, I listened to that song. I was like, yes. He probably do. Let him live his life, though. Don't try to, That's right, Star, officially. That's it. Because again, that goes back to everybody is where they are because of where they came from, what they went through. So however they are, they've been through some shit to make them who they are. It's not fully their fault. But if they want to grow and heal from it, then, of course they have to be accountable. They have to be accountable. If they want to be, I ain't gonna say no have to shit. If they want to be accountable and do the work shit, otherwise let them be where they at. Like, you just gonna be where you at, huh? My mama hung up in my face, baby, last week. Like, there it is. I'm not letting Mercury retrograde all over me. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't get mad at it. And I was like, okay, and I started back working. That's right, Star, officially. A lot of empaths have issues with their mama or their daddy or both. That's why you came up in this bitch to bring light to it. You came to change things. You came to restructure, reorganize, and reaffirm what it is that you are working on within yourself and hope that it's passed down to your bloodline in whatever way, in any shape, form, or fashion. You are the role model of your bloodline. What do they call it? Ambassador or some shit. But you just really, do your work, man. Because at the end of the day, as long as you seeing around you the stagnancy, you seeing around you the complacency, and you know that, okay, I see what it is with you, but this is something that I may need to go ahead and work on, or make sure that if it comes up in my life, I can work on it. No, for real. Damn, Pink Mango, I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, don't pass that to your kids. Pass something new. Restructure, reorganize. Man, look. When you change yourself, you changing. You just don't know. What did I say in that other live? That you are responsible. Look at yourself as being responsible for at least 300 people. May they come 300 motherfucking years from now. You still came here to do your part. Everything you touch changes you. Everything you touch changes you. Everything you change. How does that go? Everything that you touch, you change. Everything that you change, changes you. What book was that? Was it The Salesman? Shit, whatever. Oh my goodness, Pink Mango. I'm sorry to hear that. May you just work on your healing, because that's not an easy one, I'm sure. I haven't been through it, but I'm pretty sure that that's not something that... Because usually when people are molested once, they either get molested again, raped, or get in situations where it's really, really, really unhealthy. But then you have to look at what you came here to do. What did you come here to go through? And it's so sad. I didn't come through here to be molested at 5. I know the fuck that. Okay, you're 20. I'm not saying Mango 20. You're 20. What can you change? What can you heal from this situation? Because it already didn't happen. It cannot determine your future unless you changing something. Get some therapy, Mango. Oh, damn, she said it right here. Then her great uncle from 8 to 18, man. That's an energy, that's a portal. Whew. Oh my goodness, Sunflower. Oh my goodness. Yes, therapy is, I'm talking about with a professional. Now, you can get some spiritual counselors and advisors who have went to school for that in particular, right? And they can help you. Or you get a therapist and you get someone to help you on the spiritual side as well, unless you find a therapist that does both. It's a bisexual therapist. Now then, so that's very important. That's very important. I don't give a fuck. Don't let nobody tell you you don't need this. Nah, yes, the fuck you do. Yes, you do. Thank you, Ashanti. Yes, you do need it. Shit. That's some hoe ass shit. I always get mad. I don't like that. Let me pull that back. That's an emotion I just do not like. But I get fiery mad about that, though. That's an emotion I do not like that, because I know if I think something, you just got to watch your thoughts and your words, man. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. That's some sick shit. And most people who molest people were molested. Just causing fucking damage. Child. All right, let's move forward, because, man, look. Yeah, but that's the thing about growth, super dope. Look, I don't know why people always say that. I don't know what the intent of therapists see therapists. Okay, that's obvious. And they do continue education courses as well. That's obvious. Healers need healers. Therapists gonna need therapists. So what? What are you saying with that? To make sure I don't take it wrong. What are you saying with it? Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness, Ollie Smiley. Everybody gonna have work to do. That's what we talked about earlier. You always got work, and you always gonna need mentors have mentors. Coaches have coaches. Because you can't rest upon your laurels to think that this is the way and this and that and this and that. Not fully when it comes to your growth in certain areas. Your growth in certain areas. Okay, baby. All right. See, that's why I ask questions right there. Shit. Because I don't like taking nothing wrong. I don't like taking stuff wrong. But therapist, if you're going to choose a therapist, you choose who resonates with your spirit. Shit. If the first meeting that you have with somebody, you don't feel like this going to go nowhere, or they really are equipped to handle the pressure that you about to put on them. Because you got to remember, you dumping all your shit off on somebody. Does this person have a wagon big enough? Have they been feeding their horse some healthy hay? Have their horse been drinking? Because you about to unload all your shit on somebody. Now, I'm pretty sure that, but that, again, therapists project their shit on people. Again, make sure people are aligned with you. And you may have one therapist for 6 months that's going to do this and help you with this part of it. And then you move to another one because that one ain't as equipped. It's the same thing with an accountant, right? You may have an accountant that's used to dealing with people with this tax bracket. Boom. Now you need another accountant because the tax bracket done shifted. It done changed. This bitch ain't equipped. She ain't did enough classes, courses, or what have you. She don't know nothing about taxes when it comes to this tax bracket. Everything plays its part. Thank you. People just human. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Diamond. Dear them kiss. Yeah. Because everything goes back to, at the end of the day, you gather the viewpoints of those around you, right? The therapist gives you all this information, gives you these things, these templates and what have you to work out your traumas and this and that and that and this. At the end of the day, you're the sovereign ruler of yourself. And if it feel like the person is full of shit, get the fuck out of there. You may not get a refund, bitch, because they ain't giving no refunds. How the therapists be about they money. So, make sure that they resonate with your spirit as far as, is this person aligned? Is this person in a space where they can see what's going on and help me? Are they offering me holistic approaches? Are they offering me some type of out, but with some type of structure? Is this how they work with everybody? Or do they tailor to each individual client's needs? Man, look, I'm not a fucking therapist. Hey, baby. I'm not a therapist. Hey, right? Ooh. Move to a one place, Bloom. Chat. Oh, I like how you said that. I like a good something. We come in like a ball of yarn. Therapists help us understand our fibers of who we are and love ourselves. One busy bee mama. Come on now. Y'all coming through with these words today. Y'all are coming through with these words today. What? That's right. You better tell them, do they call you out on your shit or do they bypass it? Do they acknowledge what you saying is a pain? Right? Are they acknowledging what it is that you are saying, that this is my problem? Now, if they could go deep in there, you may just see the surface of your problem. Now, good therapists go deep up in there. Like, I like to pee. I like to sit on the toilet and pee sideways. I'm trying to work myself out of it. I think it has to do with the way that the toilet is shaped. And a good therapist going to tell you, well, when did this start? What were you doing? How did this start for you to be pissing on the toilet sideways and think that's normal? It may be normal for you, but we finna figure out, finna go deep up in here, why the fuck you pissing sideways? And then you find out going through this with the therapist, this is my fucked up analogy, you find out going way through it with this therapist that you pee sideways because one time you stopped at a truck stop and it was a little piece of shit in the back of the toilet, but you had to pee so bad, you sat down and a little piece of shit got on you, and you didn't like that, and it kind of triggered something in you and made you just not like sitting on no toilets that way. See, the therapist helped you with that. Otherwise, they would have just looked over like, oh, that ain't nothing. I don't think that's nothing for you to look into. No, you need to know why you were triggered by a piece of shit from somebody else being on you, aside from it being disgusting. Yeah, they're going to get to the root of it. Yeah, they're going to get to the root of it. But I'm just saying, they're going to pull it out of you. You thinking it's one small little thing like, They like, no, my friend. We must go deeper. Deeper. Like Aquarius dad, baby. Go deeper. I'm just playing. The next Shantae, the next Saturday night, that's what I was saying earlier. The next Saturday Night Live is going to be the Rainbow Collective, honey. I am so here for it. I'm excited, honey, because I noticed a long time ago that it's a whole lot of rainbow. The Rainbow Collective is strong, and y'all like to be unique and y'all need y'all place in this world, because y'all want to be so different than us, bitch. Y'all ain't, but we finna get to the bottom of it. We all in this bitch together, but we gonna let the Rainbow Collective speak their piece. You had your therapist ready to get off the phone with you? They get paid by the hour, shit. Like, look, you ain't paying me enough for this. Let me raise my, it's going to be the first Saturday of November, because I ain't went live on the YouTube, regular YouTube side since, was it September or August? Hey, Jermaine, I'm not going to be on here too long. Y'all know I've been trying to stay off live for a while. The Rainbow Collective, oh, baby. The LGBTQ plus, LGBTQRSTUV. Oh, we have a lot of them in here, honey. Yes, it's going to be on the YouTube channel, Shantae, so you may have to call me when we go live, because it's going to be a lot of questions for y'all to answer and stuff. So that's what it's going to be about, answering questions from the straight community. What's the difference, especially when it comes to how y'all intuition work and how y'all feel like y'all different. Because, see, you got to let the Rainbow Collective say how they different. They ain't trying to be like you motherfuckers. Us motherfuckers. Okay? Yeah, Rick, that's what it is. Shantae say he dressing up, bitch. Yes. Put on your best, honey. So, yeah. I think it's going to be interesting, because a lot of times, even with doing readings, I remember back in the day, Rainbow Collectives would be like, how does this work on girl and boy on boy? Well, one of y'all more feminine than the other one of y'all more masculine. At the end of the day, just what does the energy say to you? You don't need to know, like, it's a straight man, it's a gay man, and all this right here, because I know a lot of readings came up within these past 2 years about people really wanting to step out the closet. Shit, step out. Step out the damn closet. Again. You're going to hide who you are and then be mad at yourself in your 80s. I should have just went ahead and been free. And you watching everybody else be their free self, and you just stuck in the closet. Ain't nothing in there but a bunch of damn hangers that don't match. That reminds me, I need to go get some more hangers. Ain't nothing in there but hangers that don't match. Oh, okay, Jermaine. I hop on Instagram random. It's random out here. We do, Rit, but that's why we going to ask them about it. We need them to tell us. We need to talk to them. We just need to talk to them. Shit. Yeah, step out the closet, man. Shit, ain't nothing in there but a bunch of clothes you don't really want to wear. I don't even want to be no girl today. I don't even want to be no boy today. Well, shit, what you want to be? Let's go shopping, bitch. I love you, too. Oh, Jermaine, we're going to do us another late night jam session soon. We're going to do another late night jam session. Shit, ain't nothing in there. I really don't want to go up here and get no size 11 heel. Why not? They making them. Shit. Let me tell you something. One thing you learn is hindrance. What are you allowing to hinder you from being who you truly are and saying, fuck it? Fuck it. Huh? Ain't nobody else in my family really gay. I remember this dude told, oh shit, I'm finna tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. Everybody got an uncle named Peaches. Everybody got an uncle named Peaches and an auntie named T. Yeah. Ain't no way around. If you shake your family tree, bye Pooh, you shake your family tree and don't know uncle named Peaches or no auntie named T pop out, child, please, they hit that shit good.